Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Norma Pone, and I would like to invite you to our kindergarten next year. We're all excited and can't wait to see you. But before we begin kindergarten next year, there are some things you probably need to practice before coming to school. You might want to have your child practice writing his first name or her first name. Make sure that they can identify their colors and maybe even work on some color words. Practice using scissors where the thumb stays up and the fingers are down. Identify some basic shapes. Practice writing their alphabet letters and or writing their alphabet letters. Matching the capital with the lowercase, and then also being able to count. We work on counting to 20 in kindergarten and higher, but if you want to start with 1 to 10, that would be fabulous. You might want to read books with your child, and as you do that, look for rhyming words, look for letters, look for numbers, and then also discuss positional words like in front of, behind, above, below. And then after reading a story, perhaps you want to have them tell you the story back, giving you some key details like what happened at the beginning, who were the characters, what happened at the middle, and what happened at the end, and were there any problems in this story? Just speak with your child as after you read or as you read so that they're familiar with the idea of a story and that it has other meanings other than just fun times with mom. Now, we are going to be working on a lot of different skills during the school year, and some of these are that your child will need to be able to write their first and last name. They will need to know the 26 capital letters, the 26 lowercase letters, and the short sound associated with the vowels, and as well as the sound that is associated with each of the 26 letters. They need to be able to make a word by sounding out letters to be able to spell that word and read that word. They're going to want to be able to count syllables like Tuesday has 2. They are also going to want to recognize rhymes, so that practice will be really beneficial. They're going to be able to need to write and read their numbers 0 to 20, but we will work on counting all the way to 100 during the kindergarten year. We're going to identify 2D shapes, but also 3D shapes, sphere, cylinder, and others. Okay.
Good afternoon, this is Mrs. Mitchell. I will be speaking to you briefly about some of the ELA items that we will be learning this year. One of the most important foundations of our entire learning process is the idea of phonics. Basically, phonics focuses on listening, alliteration, rhyming, blending, syllables, as Ms. Apone mentioned, and segmentation. We use phonics instruction to teach letter sound relation, rhyming, and much more. These are simple activities that can be practiced at home by saying cat, hat. These are both rhyming words. Another important concept that we practice is that of reading. Now, reading is just more than just looking at different words in the book. They are also looking at skills such as story retelling, print concepts, and noticing and wondering about different items that are in the book. We look at setting, characters, problem, solution, and other important items. We also practice writing in kindergarten. We really encourage the use of letter formation and touching the top and bottom lines of primary writing paper. As you can see, the progress that a student has at the beginning of year into the end of year is substantial. We also encourage the use of proper pencil grip. That means using your triangle grip to hold your pencil in your hand comfortably. Please encourage your child to use the larger primary pencils and not the standard skinny adult pencils. In kindergarten, we are expected to teach the Dolch sight word list. This list is almost 100 sight words that your child will be learning this year. We have lots of fun activities to help encourage learning these words, but do encourage parents to practice these at home with your student.
Good afternoon, parents. My name is Lisa Sutherland, and I'm going to briefly go over some of the math concepts. In kindergarten, we do teach the 2D and 3D shapes. So as you see, the 2D shapes are like circle, rectangle, triangle. 3D shapes are like sphere, cube, cylinder. Also, we'll be talking about positional words, just like Miss Apone said, under, over, in front of. Also, we will be adding in kindergarten, and we will also be subtracting. So we use a lot of manipulatives in doing these math problems. So you can go ahead and start practicing over the summer, addition and subtraction. Also, we talk about greater than, less than, and equal to. And these are things that you can do with different kind of manipulatives. You can talk about different kind of numbers that are greater than, less than, and equal. We also go over the symbols, greater than, less than, and equal.
Good afternoon. This is Brittany Ehrman. I'm going to be talking to you guys about some of the social studies concepts that we are going to learn in kindergarten. One of them is change over time, how things change over time. Our wants, something that we want but can live without, and our needs, something that we have to stay alive. Our culture, some of our community helpers, and how to be a good citizen. Some of our science concepts that we will learn about through kindergarten is living and non-living things, weather, and how to compare and contrast animals, comparing things that are the same and contrasting things how they are different.
Thank you so much for listening to our brief presentation on things that your child can practice on before they come into kindergarten and things that they will learn while they are in kindergarten. We can't wait to see you in the fall.